What's going on, everybody? My name is Robbie Reed, and I'm here today to review for you the Flashpoint Paradox. So, before we get into the Flashpoint movie, I want to give you a brief synopsis of the Flash and the Reverse Flash. So, the Flash, Barry Allen, he's a CSI detective at the Central City Police Department. When he was younger, about 9 years old, his mother was murdered by the Reverse Flash, or the Man in Yellow, as he said when he was younger. And his father took the blame for it and went to jail for it. So he grew up without a mother, and in essence without a father too, because his father was in prison. So he had a very, very rough childhood. So Eobard Thawne, the Reverse Flash, or Professor Zoom, admired the Flash so much that he wanted to be him. And when he realized he could never be him, that's why he vowed. That's where he vowed to be the complete opposite of what he was. So that's where you get the as many times as he saves someone, as Barry saves someone. That's how many more people Professor Zoom, or Eobard Thawne would kill. So that kind of gives you an essence of how much of hatred he has for the Flash. So let's get to the Flashpoint movie. So the Flash is seen starting off taking on the Rogues at the Central City Flash Museum, commemoration to the Flash for all the things he's done, and it's kind of a little easy takedown for Barry. For the most part, but he realizes in his fight with them that there's no way that they could have been so easily prepared for the fight, or that they weren't as smart as the plan seemed. So he puts it together, and by the time he puts it together, his true nemesis comes in, which is the Reverse Flash, the true mastermind behind the attack on the Central City Flash Museum. So after a run-in with the Rogues at Central City's Flash Museum, Reverse Flash says something to Barry. It's a jab at him. That he can save people, but he couldn't save the ones that mattered the most, which referring to his mother. That is a tough topic for him. So it strikes a nerve with Barry every time. Because of that, Batman, who there's a couple of Justice League members, I would say, that Flash is actually good friends with. Batman, Bruce Wayne is one of them, and Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern, is another one. Barry and Hal are actually really, really good friends, and you'll see it in the opening scene with the Rogues at the Flash Museum. So after Barry gets the statement said to him by the Reverse Flash, he then runs off. He speeds off with his super speed to just kind of cool off. That's his way of coping. So the next scene, we see that Barry wakes up at his desk, and things are a little different. In order to find some answers, he begins to run off out of the Central City Police Department, and he's going to put on his Flash costume. Instead, he has no Flash ring, he has no costume, and he has no powers, and he falls down some stairs. And kind of a tiny spoiler here, but when he actually opens up his eyes and realizes what happened and what's going on, who does he see standing above him asking him if he's all right? His mom.
Barry, are you all right?
Mom?
So now Barry realizes this is some really, really, really weird stuff, because his mom is dead. And the whole time that his mom is talking to him, he's in awe and in shock, and then she like, she's like trying to get his attention, and she thinks that he, is not really paying attention, or like he forgot about her or something. And it's a very touching moment when he hugs her and he says, "I can never forget you."
It's you. You're here.
Well, of course I'm here. You promised me you'd take me to dinner on my birthday. It's my birthday. You forgot. It's okay, Barry. It's easy for a busy young man to forget his old mom.
I could never forget you.
Oh my.
So that's in essence what's going on here. He runs back and saves his mom, and that creates this alternate reality, which is now called Flashpoint. So once Barry finishes talking to his mom, he realizes, okay, I really need to go figure this out. So without any powers, without any backup, his mom being alive, there's a lot of weird stuff that only one person could probably explain. Who? Batman. So he goes to visit Batman, but he is greeted by a unfamiliar Batman, if you will, Mr. Thomas Wayne, who is actually Batman's father. So in this alternate reality, Batman is his father, who is dead in the other reality, in the actual reality that Barry's from. So once he finally realizes this, he's in shock, and he tries to explain that he knows his son from an alternate universe, and he just lost his powers. So he works with Batman to get his powers back, in essence. And the first time doesn't go too well. He actually comes near to death, but he still tries again. Second time, bam, we got the flashback. The whole movie is based on a war between Aquaman and Wonder Woman in this alternate reality, which is crazy because when Barry finds that out, he's like, these two are on a team with me in my reality. So this is crazy. This world is just beyond messed up. So the history behind the war between Aquaman and Wonder Woman: Aquaman slept with Wonder Woman, and his wife, Queen Mira, walked in on it, was heartbroken, and then proceeded to attack Wonder Woman at another time. So, being Wonder Woman, she defended herself and killed Queen Mira and took her crown. Thus began the war between Aquaman and Wonder Woman. So throughout the whole movie, the Flash and Batman are working together to find a solution to this problem and figure out what it is that turned this reality so askew. By the time we get to the essence of, like, the true essence of the movie, you realize that the reason why Barry can't escape is because of the Reverse Flash. But the person that actually caused the whole thing is Barry, by running back in time and saving his mom. It created an unscathing amount of dangerous side effects, and there was just multiple ripples in the time stream that caused many different things to be completely different. Reverse Flash plays on this throughout the whole movie, and that's how, Reverse Flash found a way to keep Barry's powers at bay. He was siphoning off enough of the Speed Force so that Barry couldn't escape, so that he would keep him trapped in this time and, in essence, kill him in this reality, because the world was going on a doomsday clock, but times 10. Aquaman and Wonder Woman never let up. And I'm not really going to spoil anything with that, because I really want you guys to check this movie out. But yeah, Aquaman and Wonder Woman, they never let up. Their forces just keep going at each other. By the time the movie is coming to a close, the true battle, which is between Reverse Flash and Flash, happens. They're racing off. They're going between the forces of Aquaman and Wonder Woman, and they're fighting each other. And Reverse Flash finally gets Barry pinned, and it seems like, everything is actually going to end. And Reverse Flash gets an unexpected surprise, and I won't tell you what it is, but he gets an unexpected surprise which forces him to be unable to stop Barry from returning to his time. So finally, Barry is able to get up and run off and change things back to the way they were, try to put things back to the way they were. So he has to do the one thing that he never thought that he'd have to do, is stop himself from saving his mom. Because for some reason, that is such a fixed point in time that since he went back to change it, it created a ripple of negative effects on the universe, or universes. So he goes back and he stops himself from saving his mom. So the next scene, we see that Barry wakes up at his desk, just like how Flashpoint first started. But instead, things are actually put right. Everything is back in order. His mom is dead. And Batman is actually Bruce Wayne, not Thomas Wayne. And so on and so forth. So he proceeds to go to Wayne Manor and speak to Bruce Wayne about the events that transpired. And I won't get into too much detail because there's some crucial things that happen in that scene. But it just goes to show that no matter what universe, Batman is the go-to guy. And Barry is such a unique individual, not just as the Flash, but as a person, because he was willing to let his mother die again in order to put things right. Thank you for watching this video, the review of the Flashpoint Paradox. Be sure to like, comment, and definitely subscribe to the channel. Check it out on Instagram, The Big Rob Theory, Snapchat, The Big Rob Theory, and Twitter, The Big Rob Theory. And there will be more videos to come. Thank you guys for watching.